like bigger monitors? Do you find like the type of monitors you listen through is important for mastering?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't say there is, the best speaker. It's your relationship with your speaker, your converter, and the room, and how you learn how to work within that framework, and how you are able to make those sounds translate from your setup to your phone, to your car, to everywhere else. So I've been using Focal speakers for, I want to say 5 or 6 years. I had the twins, but back in the old days, and then I flipped over to a set of SM9s. I don't know, 3 years ago or so. They are a 3-way speaker with an 8-inch woofer, a 6.5-inch woofer, I believe, and then the 1.5-inch beryllium tweeter. And they have the 11-inch passive radiator on top, which is supposed to emulate the sound of like a ported speaker, but in a closed cabinet. So more bass extension, but still a tight sound. They're a little on the bassier side, but I've got a fairly long room, so that works well for me. And I know how they translate well. So I'm very happy with them. I wouldn't say Focal speakers are flat. They definitely have a bit of a mid-range projection and are a little bit brighter with those beryllium tweeters. But again, I've been on them for 5 years, and I know how they work.
Know them.
Yeah, and I really
are they
like them.
midfields?
Yes. They're big. They weigh like 85 pounds each.
Oh my
they're big
gosh.
boys. Yeah, I don't move them ever.
Yeah,
because they're
of course.
they're a pain in the ass. You need like 2 people.
Wow, that's crazy. Did you bring in an acoustician to set up your studio, or did you do it yourself?
I did it myself. It's perfectly imperfect, but again, I've been in it for so long that I know how it works. And every year I try to improve upon the acoustic treatments. I'm going to embark on a project later this year to treat my ceiling. And I do use SonarWorks, which is
oh wow,
which is the room correction EQ software, which is a great investment. If you got a couple bucks kicking around.
Yeah, there was a guest on the show, Derek Atwater from Atlanta. I think it was 25 or so. He swears by it also. SonarWorks.
It's very good, and I thought my room was awesome and fantastic. And you shoot out the room, it takes about 20 minutes, and I realized there's a bit of a hump over here, and maybe the reflections of my room weren't perfect. And I wouldn't say it's perfect now, but it's significantly better. It's way flatter, and I noticed an instant improvement in the quality of my work.
That's so cool. The guy that did my room, he's the acoustician that did my room. He told me that SonarWorks can be great, but he doesn't like when they boost frequencies. He only likes it when they cut frequencies because it could lead to other like issues. I don't know if you've found that to be an issue.
I recently shot out my room again like a month ago, and it was a better. It gave me a better reading than I did like a year ago because I added some more treatments, and it's mostly cutting. I think it was boosting a little bit in the top end, but the big thing was like a mid-range bump that I had, and once I cut that out, I was like, oh my god, there's like the honkiness that I was hearing in some of my music that I was trying to EQ out, but I'm like, it's just always there. So
right,
that was the big kicker for me, and again translated into much better sounding masters.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So mastering engineers are known for having a lot of projects going on simultaneously. What's your approach to staying organized and managing all the sessions that come in?
I kind of do a first come, first serve basis. Unless people have serious deadlines, or I'll have to shuffle projects around. You hit me up first and you pay the deposit and the mixes are ready to go. I'm working with you first. And I'll communicate that with my other clients. I'll give them. I'll just tell them straight up. Hey, I have a few things queued up ahead of you. I've heard your mixes. I've got your deposit. I will be starting this on this day. And I give them and myself realistic expectations. And then it's my job to stay true to them. And I just try and be honest with myself to give the client I'm working with right now the respect and time that they deserve. And that's about that. I keep everything very organized in terms of invoicing in my computer with Pages, and everything is just in a nice big folder on my 2 hard drives that I back up regularly, and yeah, it's not rocket science. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, amazing. So now that we're all kind of dealing with this, pandemic and the COVID-19 situation, how has that affected your business, and what are you doing to just in general?
Well, I'm definitely at home a lot more, so my turnaround time's better than usual, which is great. I've noticed some clients have had to put the brakes on some larger projects. Like we'd get like halfway through it and then things got kind of crazy and everyone got laid off. And so people are kind of halfway through their records with me. And then the inverse is also true. I've had, the last month has been surprisingly busy considering what's been going on in the world. So I don't know. It's been a bit of a mixed bag for me. I just got through a super crazy busy month, which again, I'm very thankful for. And then I know I have some projects whenever things get back to normal that will kick back into play in the coming months. So that'll be an interesting experience coming back to a project that I haven't really sunk into in a few months, but that'll be fun. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, let's hope things turn around quickly.
Oh, fingers crossed, my man.
Yeah, man. So tell me, I don't know, what do you think is the most important thing to know if you're getting started in mastering? Like something that maybe you did right or didn't do right, like at the beginning of your journey.
I'd say just knowing your room, knowing your speakers, and working a lot on them, and asking other people for their input, maybe listening in a variety of different environments. I think there's nothing wrong with going to your pal's house and listening on his little speakers. If you have the idea, or if you have the ability to go to a better equipped studio and listen, just listen in as many places as you can. Expand your ear. Play around with acoustic treatment. See what works well in your room. See what doesn't. I think both are very important things to know. And just build an environment that sounds good and is physically comfortable, that is vibey. If you have access to natural light, you're winning. I work in a basement at home, so I have one little window at the back. I'm very, very jealous of my pal Brad. I'm at his place right now doing this podcast, and he has this glorious, beautiful window with lots of natural light. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, shining down on that plant.
That's it, exactly. So, yeah, just build an environment that you know, that you trust, that you know translates well, and that you're comfortable in.
Amazing, dude.
I think that's very important. It's being comfortable.
Wow. Amazing, dude. Anything else you want to share with the audience before we finish the call?
You can find me at salmoralstudios.com. A little shameless plug. Or salmoral.studios on the old Instagram. I'm on there a lot.
Is that how you find a lot of your artists?
That's how a lot of the artists find me, yeah. I get a fair amount of cold calls out of nowhere, just referral stuff, and it's usually through the gram. I'm very thankful for the Instagram. It's a wonderful place to promote and create community and to share your work. It's great. It's a great tool. Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Well, dude, this has been really fun. Thank you so much for your insight and for sharing everything that you do.
Well, thank you so much, Ben. It was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, man. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much, and stay safe out there, and be in touch.
Well. All right, Ben. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Secret Sonics. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Connor as much as I did. If you enjoyed this episode or any of our other episodes, I'd super appreciate it if you would go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review. It really helps the show. And if you could share this episode or your favorite episode with a friend or two, that would also really help the show move forward. In addition to that, you can find us on social media. Just search for Secret Sonics. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And you can email me at secretsonics@gmail.com if you have any comments, feedback, guests you might want to recommend, anything like that. So that's about it for now. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe out there and dig in. Bye-bye.